For a man of 70 years old and no prior record, he now has a felony conviction. More importantly, maybe to him and his family, he's subject to deportation. He has permanent resident alien status. So with a conviction and a sentence, he will be subject to a deportation. He has been in this country for over 50 years. And finally, there's been complete upheaval in his family. That being said, he still enjoys a tremendous amount of family support. So in the courtroom today, we have with us, I need my chairs.
That's okay.
We have his wife, Lorena, or Leonora Espinoza, his daughter, Ophelia Saunders, granddaughter, Cynthia Bolderas, son-in-law, Joshua Saunders, I believe maybe sitting outside with an underage family member who is Gabriel Saunders, who came to support him, his grandson, Roger Flores, and a son-in-law, Eric Lira. This is very significant because what it means is on a deferred adjudication, he has multitudes of support, knowing that there's another side to the story. It doesn't diminish what happened to the victim in this case. In fact, frankly, I think the entire family wants the victim in this case to get help and to have her life not ruined. There's community service that's referenced in page 9 of the PSR that talk about the deferred adjudication conditions. These appear very appropriate. The separation from the victim and the victim's father has already occurred. There, again, is no prior record, so there's no record to indicate recidivism. The third factor here is there are serious reoccurring conditions of the prostate cancer, which we referenced and we proffered previously in this court. And there's renal gland failure that's in his history, and it's not going to go away. It's going to require additional treatment. Ongoing treatment needs are going to be better served in the community rather than in prison. It will be a literal nightmare trying to get meaningful or significant treatment in a state jail facility. We've already mentioned the family support. And as reflected in the PSR, Helio is motivated to continue his full-time job. He works in concrete and construction management, and most importantly, that's in a commercial setting. And that's part of the bond condition because they didn't want any kind of employment that would be in a residential setting that would be around children. Not that I think there's a significant issue there. I think he's very low risk. And in fact, if you look at the PSR, there's a reference that if he's supervising the community, it should be in a low to moderate range of risk factors. His bond has been in place since August of 2020, almost 2 years. No bond violations whatsoever. It's for all of these reasons, Your Honor, that we're asking the court to grant a deferred adjudication. He has more than sufficient motivation to